Well, you would think it would be a slam dunk decision. If you win the Kentucky Derby, you go straight to the Preakness, chance to win the Triple Crown. But with today's training methods, that's not always a slam dunk. It's a tough decision for some trainers. Some guys don't like to go. Todd Pletcher really doesn't like to go back in 2 weeks. And now it's Kenny McPeek faced with that decision. You were out at the barn where the Mystik Dan was back on the track for the first time since the Derby. What did he have to say?
Well, he had to say that he really still hadn't made up his mind. Hopefully we'll have a decision by Saturday. We might not have one until Monday when entries are made, and he said he still reserved the right, if they did enter, to scratch. So this is one he's really trying to be methodical about and make the right decision for the horse. I think if you look at Kenny McPeek's record, he's had 9 Derby horses in the past, and 7 times he passed on the Preakness. He only went forward twice. And if you look at the careers of those horses, most of them went on to run 11, 12, 18 times in their career. And the other thing that weighs on his mind is earlier in his career, last year as a 2-year-old, Mystik Dan did come back and run on 2 weeks and ended up with a lung infection. So he said he might even scope the horse this weekend before he decides.
Yeah, I want to be super careful, especially in these races where there's a lot of eyes on the horses. Only one Derby horse right now is scheduled to go to the Preakness, and that's Just Steel. Dwayne Lucas's horse is coming back in 2 weeks. Lucas loves the Preakness, has won it a bunch of times, but it is a tough situation for these trainers, and it's really a situation, a decision they shouldn't be faced with. As we've discussed here just yesterday, horse racing needs to move these races and make this an easier call for these trainers, and because they haven't, it's a little bit tougher. I kind of expected, it was a little bit of a question mark when Mystik Dan didn't eat up well after the Derby race. That kind of threw it into question. I think we're going to be into it well into next week, probably like you said, before we know. Keep following us at WDRB.com, and we will let you know the latest.